San Bernardino police accused of work discrimination. You don't say. Police officers discriminate against cops? Well, yes, let's put it up for a mass. Hell of a thing. The San Bernardino police lieutenants, Brian Pellis and John Vasek, allege in a lawsuit that they were disciplined, demoted, or reassigned to less coveted duties for speaking out against racist and unethical practices by the department's highest ranking members. Keep their pictures up, because you may be looking at two heroes in law enforcement. According to The Sun, Pellis and Vance allege that former interim police chief David Green, acting assistant chief Francisco Hernandez, and Captain Adam Affronti attempted to thwart a former female black lieutenant from attempting to become chief by publicly disclosing an internal affairs investigation report against her husband, also a former officer at the department. Let's put it up. Green is no longer on active duty, taking a medical leave. According to the suit, Hernandez still serves as acting assistant police chief, and Affronti is captain of the department's administrative services division. Captain Nelson Carrington said, according to the lawsuit which was filed May 17th in the Superior Court of San Bernardino, it targeted an African American female because of her race and her gender, as well as her husband, who is not black. Green made it clear he wanted to derail any efforts by 3 black former SBPD lieutenants to return to the force as the next chief of police. The lieutenants allege Hernandez's goal was to alter the internal affairs report to add a sustained allegation of dishonesty against the husband of former Lieutenant Shauna Gates, making the report eligible then for release to the public under Senate Bill 1421. You see the move they made? Okay, they adjusted it to make sure it could be released. Vasek alleges he was retaliated against for refusing to participate in the alleged scheme by Green, Hernandez, and Affronti. He claims he was stripped of coveted assignments and reassigned as a watch commander, a position typically relegated to sergeants of lower rank. It was clear the city council was eager to have a black police chief. Green, according to the lawsuit, made it clear to his executive staff members that they needed to find a candidate who was more acceptable than the 3 former department employees vying for the job. Green also allegedly discriminatory comments. Green made a comment to Pellis in which he referred to an African American who was late to a meeting as being on CPT for colored people time. According to the lawsuit, he also referred to female human trafficking victim as whores and made derogatory comments about people who perceived disabilities, people with perceived disabilities. The suit also alleges. Let's put up the chief. Chief of Police Darren Goodman has yet to publicly comment on any of these incidents. We are waiting on a direct public comment from the police department. So you have individuals who are well aware of the internal structure of their system of operation. These officers of high rank, which means they've been there for a while, they know a thing or two, they have absolutely seen a thing or two. But for some reason, when they were approached to lie on a black officer, a black woman, a couple of them grew a conscience and they said no. They refused to participate. I'm going to say this to you gentlemen, let's put up the pictures again. And this is for all officers who watch this show. I know a lot of police officers watch the program. I appreciate the love that you show me throughout the nation. Good cops are good cops, okay? You don't have to be. Let me put it another way. Maybe you haven't always been a good cop. I have conversed with some of you as well. But you are becoming one today. That means you will be put in positions where the individual who put you in the position assumes that you are still a bad cop. One of the dynamics that may have helped here is when you were approached to do this against the woman, immediately expose what was happening. Immediately expose it. Waiting allowed them to create a narrative against you all. So I'm saying this for you. If it happens, understand that once you engage in the protection of those that they would like to come against, you are now their enemy as well. And they will coordinate and conspire in the same way they attempted to recruit you to conspire against another. Expose them immediately. It protects you, protects citizens, protects your colleagues, and in some way, it actually will help restore the industry known as policing in America. Sharon, thoughts here?
These are good men. Those men you put up are good men, and they are fighting against an almighty force. Because just as racism is infectious, Dr. Richey, anti-racism can be too. And when I say they're fighting against something mighty, 34 years ago, I'm just looking at the LA Times, a headline, January 20th, 1989. The FBI will investigate the writing of racist letters that warned 2 Black Bernardino police officers against seeking promotions to corporal. They are swimming upstream, brother.
Yep.
Upstream.
That's right. Well said. Thank you for that historical context.